YouTube fans, and a happy Halloween to everyone, even though we're not Halloween yet. But the next movie review I'm about to do, as Halloween is coming, well, what can I say? A few more days to Halloween. If you don't know what I'm doing, think of the furthest starting to Halloween. Now, at the time, after the success of Halloween and the big success of Halloween 2 in 1981, Don Carpenter decided, if you ever watched Halloween 2, and this is why I never bought that Michael Mathers in the fourth one was in a freaking coma for so many days. Dr. Humors had a couple of burns on his face, and that was it, apart from a bit of a burn on his hand, that was it. That exposing, there was both brown bread, and that was the taste, because in number 2, originally, Michael Mathers was brown bread, same as Dr. Humors. So at the time, Don Carpenter wanted to do something different. He wanted to do an anthology sort of story, and if this one, being the third Halloween, was going to be a big success, he'd follow it on in the fourth one by doing like an haunted house sort of thing. But sadly to say, this was not the case, and it sort of pisses me off in many ways. It pisses me off because one of the reasons, right, I want to offend this film, and I remember, that's a word offensive here, right there. I remember offending this film last time I was about to say, before my words went all bleh. This film got shit when it first came out. Yes, I know now it's a total classic, so I don't know why I'm offending it, but back in its day, this film flopped, and it bombed big time, even though it was very rentable in the golden days of the rentable video. And I remember watching it as a kid, and even today it scares the shit out of me. It bombed, believe it or not, because one of the reasons it did not have Michael Mathers. The people that booed it and shooed it because it didn't have Michael Mathers did not watch the trailers back in the day. Did not watch TV spots back in the day. Even the trailer sold a lot, and it goes to show you that Michael Mathers isn't even in it. It's a total different thing in known, right? So that was one of the reasons. But the thing is, what makes me laugh, I do like Halloween 4, right? I like it, right? It's still a good film. Halloween 5, there's a lot of reasons why I hate to test Halloween 5. Halloween 6, no matter what version you see, garbage. The Halloween H2O, I know people love it. To me, I didn't think it was as needed. Halloween, the Resurrection, dates, everything what Laurie Strode went through, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, everything she went through, she gets killed in a shitty, stupid way. She dies by stupidity, trying to fucking lower the rope for Michael. She passes, and Michael gets the better of her and falls and then stabs her and kills her. That's really dead. That's what everyone wants to see as an Halloween fan. After all the traps he went through in 1 and 2, and even though I'm not a lover of H2O, okay, I follow that in. After all the traps he went through. The remakes, people like Rob Zombie, well, you've already heard it when I ranted about my horror movies I hate, you know my reasons. So I'm not going to go on to that one. So everyone, when Michael Mathers appeared in after this one, except for number 4, before people say, you said you like number 4, except for number 4, repeat that one, were garbage. I've not even been into the new ones. Shoot me, there's some mates who like them. So there's lovers, there's haters out there. Not my cup of tea. Right? Not into seeing the new one neither. There you go. But this one, on the other hand, there's a bit of me what wondered what would have happened if this would have been a big success. Because even though I do like the 4th Halloween film, I'm kind of curious what would have happened if this was a big success and Don Carpenter did the Halloween 4 what he wanted to do. But sad to say that was not the case. So let's go on with the movie without ado. It starts off, you've got this beautiful art drawing, the old computers, how you love them, and it shows it making a pumpkin. Obviously, it was before they discovered a lot of people had epilepsy, because it's fasting a lot, which is quite funny, because in 82 they did have a lot of faux lights. Think about it, same day in 1982, you had poltergeists. There's a scene where Tyler Land's walking near the TV and it's fasting. And they sort of does it in this. So they obviously not know about epilepsy when they were doing these type of films. You've got this guy running about, and it shows the month. Every 2 minutes shows the month. Now at first he kills a guy, and you think he's got away, but halfway through the film he meets a guy in the shop, which is funny enough, comes into it at the end and all. And you've got this doctor, and you think you've seen him before. He appeared in The Fog with Jamie Lee Curtis. So it's all like a family reunion, this film, because there's a few actors and actresses that appeared in The Fog. Jamie Lee Curtis, you sort of hear a voice. There's a bit where they're saying, Tofu, Tofu, which kind of makes me laugh because that's Jamie Lee Curtis' voice. Remember when I was taking the mic when we had all this madness going on a couple of days ago? That's me using Jamie Lee Curtis' voice. So the bit where you hear a voice saying, we're going to have a tofu. So it's a sorts of time. That was Jamie Lee Curtis' voice. For people that never knew that. You've got the doctor's wife, who's a bit bitter. Well, you think you've seen her before. She was in the original Halloween. She was one that played Laurie Stone's mate, the one that gets a folk slit. And also played a little bit in the second one as a body. She was also in The Fog. So it's like a family reunion in this film. And you sort of do see Michael Mathis in it. There's a bit where they're watching this TV ad. And the funny thing is, they're advertising the original Halloween. So you see a bit of Michael Mathis walking down the stairs. So you could say he's sort of in this film. But I do like the fact they've got masks in it. And the masks, if any kid wears it, and after this annoying ad, everyone sees Halloween 3, you remember the ad. 3 more days to Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. The minute that plays, you're a goner. A family gets killed in it, which I think was bitty ballsy. Kids get killed in it, what I think is bitty ballsy. So it's that ballsy film, this film. So the guy, like I say, he gets killed, bitty gruesome, he's in the hospital, he gets his eyeballs stomped out. And for the rating, this is a bitty violent film. When you think about it, this is a bloody violent, figging film. And it's just, I like this because it's more psychological, like the other two. It's suspenseful, but it's also, you could say it's a bit, how can I put it, it's a bit fantasy in it. Fantasy, because half of the film, he meets his daughter of the guy that got killed, who, believe it or not, originally was going to be in Blade Runner, believe it or not, originally, but never got the role. Quite pretty, quite cute to look at. So, that funny scene, they only just meet and they end up bonking, which I thought was quite amusing. And there's some very good gruesome bits in it. There's a bit where this woman's messing about with her pads and a laser comes out. I do remember on televised version, there's a scene that was cut down. If you ever see the uncut one, you see the after shots, very gruesome. All the face is melted there. You've got bugs coming out. Ugh. Really horrible, but done a practical effects. I would miss that error. And you got the main villain in it. And if you think you've seen him before, he played the guy who was the big boss in Robotop, and he was also in Robotop 2. The one who played the big boss in it. You know, the one who was the old man who was called the senile old so-and-so in the second Robotop film. He's professing to seem a bad guy in this. He's definitely frightening. He's really scary. And you find out he's the one making these masks. And like I said, to have to repeat himself, if any kid wears some, you get this irritating song. But the funny thing is, I remember saying this before, the song gets tatsy. It gets tatsy after a bit. The people are like robots. That reminds me of Westworld. The ones who release guys who wear suits and ties. And it definitely is a gruesome film. There's some really gruesome bits in it. Even today, sticks in my head. And he saves the girl who gets abducted, by the way. And you think it's going to be an happy ending. They all get killed and so on. But then Dale turns out to be a robot. Always got me that bit, though. Did they kill the Dale? Was he already a robot? Did they set it up for him to go and save her and then kill the Dale? Is the Dale still alive? But then you get the ending that a lot of people remember in Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. He goes back to that shop. Remember what I just said? The guy in the shop, he found the fella, and he's selling candy to kids. Still got the masks on, and he's going inside to cut off the ads. Stop it! You've got to turn this channel off. Turn this one off. And I remember using it a lot in every time I took the mic. I remember the last time I took the mic over lockdown, and it's a very funny one where he says, "Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!" And it is. It's a funny ad. I love the ad on it. So he does that, it pauses, and it's one of them, did it have a happy ending, did it not? And that's what I love about John Carpenter. He always did that a lot in his films. So, sadly to say, like I say, it wasn't as successful. So when they got to the 4th Halloween film, John Carpenter didn't do it in '88. Instead he did They Live, good film. Ronnie Piper, may he rest, which I might put in reaction films when I get to the 80s. And yeah, it's not a bad one, but sad to say it wasn't a success. It's one of them, if you take away Halloween fame, just put Season of the Ritz were the ones that booed it, would that have worked? Just saying. But anyway, because I love this film that much, I'm going to use it. What my favourite character says. Stop it. Turn it off. Turn it off. Get to the next channel. Get to the next channel. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it!